Hello, we're back with another video. Today is Frankenfur. This was a commissioned doll and I was very excited to see this one come through because I'd wanted to make him for a little bit, so I'm excited and I'm trying to keep on the YouTube game. So this is what I started with. I'd already airbrushed him off camera because I've shown you how to airbrush before and I didn't think it would be useful. Let's say that instead of I forgot, because maybe I did forget, but that's okay. Next time I'll show you. So I'm painting his scalp black. That's how I'm starting it. I'm using the Heath Burns G3 doll. I just soak his head in hot water and then I, in the kindest way, I rip his hair off. So that's just what you gotta do with those G3 ones because the head pieces are extremely hard. I'm painting some little hairs on the side as well, and then I'm just using my reroot tool to pop the holes in the head because it's strong enough to go through, and I find the density of the curly hair that I'm using to fill the head enough as it is once it's cut down that I don't need to worry about sticking to any kind of pattern or anything like that. You can see it creates a very full head of hair. I'm then using my fingers and I'm scrunching the hair between it to separate the curls and give it a frizzy appearance because his hair isn't necessarily as tamed as the pre-curls are when they come in the packet, so I wanted to give them more of a rough look rather than a perfectionist curl, and I think just squeezing them between my fingers worked well. And here he is, he's at his big chop. This is what he looks like. I'm using some tape along the side of his cheek and some eyeshadow to get the cut cheek look. There you go. That's good. Yeah. That's nice. I tell you what, that's nice. And you can see it comes down clean, but then I realised it wasn't enough. So I stuck them back down and I went even heavier handed with it. Because, you know, why not? It's not very often that I get the opportunity to do a heavier makeup doll, so I had to pack it on. I'm just using an eyeshadow palette and a brush here to get the blush on and the contour / bronze on. It's the Nikki Tutorials palette. I never ended up using it, so the matte colors work really well. If you don't have pan pastels, you can use eyeshadows. Just don't use the shimmery eyeshadows because they can stain. So as long as they're matte eyeshadows, they work perfectly well. Oh yeah, that's stunning. That's really nice. Now I'm painting the eye whites. You've seen me paint faces before, but I'm using acrylic paint for this. I'm watering it down a lot and then I'm using some nail art brushes to paint this on. I've also started using a blue watercolor pencil after I've done the eye whites. You'll see it on the eye whites now. It's got some shading along the top. That's from that watercolor pencil that I just mentioned. I'll use that and then it gives it some shadow so it helps the face up look less flat in the end. And as we're watching this, I will be in Spain. Weepee! I'm getting my top surgery. It's the 10th today, so on the 16th, I'll be getting my top surgery. Yippee! 2 years of making dolls and saving up and making commissions for everybody, saving it all up. I can do it. I can do it. As you're watching this, I will have done it. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And I'm feeling very grateful and very excited and a little bit nervous. But it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm building up the eyeshadow here with some slightly darker grey tones. And then I'm sticking with some lighter grey in the middle. And it might be a little bit late now, but you know, maybe I'll be in Spain for 2 weeks, so if anyone has recommendations of scrummy places to eat, I'm always open for that. That's one of the things I'm most excited for, is a little scrummy pastry or something delicious. I did the white first and then the shimmery. It's like this shimmery paint. You get it from Hobbycraft, but it's just any kind of pearlescent paint would work. But it's in the lightest color. It's in the really light shade, and I'm placing that under the brow and on the cheek. And then when you turn the doll and it reflects on the light, it just gives it a nice effect and a little bit of dimension to it. It's the same reason that I use the color pencil in the eye whites. It just helps with the dimension to make the face up look a little bit less flat. Now we're on to the tattoo. It's hard painting little tiny tattoos. It's difficult. But I'm happy with this one turned out. I'm happy with this. I think it looks cutesy. I'd get that on my arm.
Okay, no, I fully agree. First me.
Do not kill me, I swear to God.
Sorry about the blur. Sorry. At least we're on to the eye whites now. I'm just doing the standard little blob, and a little blob. Oh yeah, that looks nice. And as you're watching this Frankenfurter will be in their new home. They have been in their new home, actually. So the commissioner said they were very happy with them, which is always good. I hope you guys like it too. There is the shimmer that I mentioned, and that's actually what I filmed. I did forget, as that little cat said, I did forget to film painting the lips and things like that. So sorry about that. Now I'm trying to show you how to make the outfit. A lot of people have asked me how I make doll outfits. I don't really know how to explain it other than I visualize the pattern, I break it down, and I use the doll body to measure it. If you want to see more, let me know, give me a thumbs up. I'll try and make dedicated clothes tutorials that are a little bit better than this. I can certainly try to do that. I'm gonna sew the parts almost inside out along the side of here, and then once it's time to put it on, I'll flip them back around so that the seam that I'm sewing now will be hidden. Whenever I speed up a clip of a video, all I can imagine is that music that goes. So imagine that every time I do that. It'd be incredibly annoying to put that in a video, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and this is how that fits. His actual top in the show, I wouldn't say that any of the outfits in the show, they're made nicely, but they look nice, but I don't think they're meant to be necessarily made the best. That's why you can see I went with a spindly tie around for the front of his shirt, and I didn't bother to keep it too neat, is because I just felt that was more accurate, and the commissioner liked it. Now I'm using some fabric glue, and there's that music again. And I'm using some little gems. Some fabric, it's Fabritech is the brand. And I'm sticking that on his top to bedazzle it. And I actually had some fishnet tights already, so I just cut the little tight bit off them to make them into these garters. And those little garter stickers that you're seeing, they're nail stickers. And that little pointing was me showing you that I'm going to repaint the joints around his arms and his legs. I used epoxy sculpt clay. It's a 2-part clay, you mix it together. I'm using the doll's sandals that came with him, and then I'm attaching the heel on and I'm painting them to make a heeled shoe because heels don't fit. Heels don't fit G3 boy dolls. But here he is! On to the reveal. Here's what he looks like. I think he looks really good. I'm really happy with him. Please enjoy him. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'll have a couple more YouTube videos coming out soon. But that's all from me, folks. Bye-bye.